Aloha, y'all. Daniel Aaron here. You are not going to believe this. Well, you maybe will believe it. I didn't believe it. I was like, I said that? So here's what happened. Speaking with a friend on the phone just yesterday, and sharing with him about a passive income platform that some of us are working with that is producing phenomenal results. And part of what I was sharing with him was, explaining how it works, why it might be of interest and use to him, and how I got to it. And that's where I was like, you ever have one of those moments where you say something and it comes out of your mouth before you realize you're going to say it, and then it's like, I said that, which means I thought that, right? Speech can be one of the greatest revealers of our beliefs. And our beliefs rule our lives, right? Even if they are unconscious. So it's a great thing when our belief comes out, because then we can see it and then we have some ability to work with it if we want to. So here's what I said. So just like a few years ago, as I was doing a deep dive into learning about the difference between abundance, which is something I learned when I was in my mid-20s. But before that, I never had any concept of abundance. I grew up a lower middle class kid, and I knew all about scarcity. I knew about stress from money. I knew about there not being enough. I knew about my parents fighting about money. No idea about abundance. Mid-20s, spiritual prosperity program, deep process. I speak in detail about it in other places. Changed my world, changed my belief. One of the results of that was there's plenty, right? Just like the leaves on those trees, infinite. Nature always provides. There's always enough, right? These are the beliefs that I got. And from that point forward in my life, I lived with this feeling of abundance and this experience of abundance. I had more than enough. I never worried about scarcity. A few years later, after that, and a few years ago, I had a financial setback, and I learned the difference between abundance and financial stewardship. I had this one, I did not have this one. The result was, yes, when there was plenty of abundance coming in, it was all good. Didn't matter if just as much, or sometimes more, went out. Financial stewardship is, what do you do? How do you steward? How do you take care of that which comes in? Really important, really valuable. It was a painful lesson. It inspired me, kicked me in the butt to learn about financial stewardship. And that meant learning about investment, compounding, taxes, law, right? All these factors that I, one, thought were boring, and two, thought, it's beyond my understanding. I came to realize, just like everything, it just takes some application, some learning, some dedication. So as I was learning about this stuff, I came across the concept of, this may not be radical for you, it was for me though, passive income. And so I'm telling my friend this little story of my chronology there. I was like, and I found, I learned about passive income, and I thought, that's not something that's available for someone like me. You get that? Someone like me. Why not someone like me, right? Why? Because I came from a lower middle class family? Because it was about working hard? Because I don't deserve it? I don't know. Well, we could get into that, but what I realized is like, wow, what a debilitating, unresourceful, limiting thought form, belief. And thank God that I saw it, and I could say, whoa, I call BS on that. That's not what I'm creating. That's not what I'm living going forward. And that sparked me into, dedicated me towards saying, yeah, you know what? Passive income is for someone like me, and I am creating that in my life. So I've learned a lot about that over the last few years. I have learned that the old expression, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is a good thing to keep in mind, because if something looks too good to be true, well, yes, let's examine it. I've also learned that what Einstein said, condemnation without investigation is the purest form of ignorance, is also true. Which begs the question, what if you could actually get what you want? Because guess what? The financial steward, the financial system, and you did hear this from me, is rigged against most of us. It's rigged in favor of a few people that get a specific vocabulary, certain advantages against us. The good news is, with a little bit of education, a little bit of encountering and confronting of our beliefs, we can still win, right? Truth is, abundance reveals that we can all win. So, I've learned a lot about passive income, and if you are interested in it, let's talk. And the platform I was sharing with my friend about is awesome. I haven't spoken that much about it lately because in the midst of the heavy-duty chaos in the world, the economy being in such a difficult time, so many disappointments happening for so many people, I really wanted to have my experience kind of on the down low and to the point where I felt super confident in its ethics, viability, its consistency, its transparency, its integrity, its track record, as well as its performance. And it has proven itself really well. So I am happy to share with those who are equally dedicated to abundance, financial stewardship, and passive income. And my big question and the takeaway I offer for you is, how do you feel about passive income for you? Do you deserve it? Is it something you want? Do you have it in your life? What difference would it make in your life? All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Aloha.